The face when you lose everything you recorded and have to do it again. Hello, welcome to Wiggy Reviews. I'm Wiggy and I review books. Welcome to another Quickie review. Today we are doing a book that I feel like I have been promoting already every time I do a video. And it is a very funny book. If you like Douglas Adams, if you like Shel Silverstein, if you like Monty Python kind of humor, then this is the book for you. It was a book that was actually recommended to me. It was a book that was actually recommended to me by one of my former coworkers at Burns Nermals. And it would never have come on my radar if she had not recommended it to me. So thank you very much, former coworker. And I'm just stalling now, but here we go. This is the book. The 13 and a Half Lives of Captain Bluebear by Walter Moers. Now, right off the bat, I kind of want to point out that the Washington Post here has said kind of the exact same thing I said. If you like Douglas Adams or Shel Silverstein, you're going to like this book, but randomly they added J.K. Rowling, and I'm going to get this out of the way right now. I don't know where they got that name from. I think they literally just picked the only other British author they knew and put the name in there. But okay, maybe some people see it, I don't. But enough of that. We're gonna get right into this book. It is a funny book. It is obviously the story of a blue bear and him kind of telling his life story. It's more to it than that, but we'll get to that at the end. And you may notice that my hands are like spidered into here, but it's because, again, if the reason they always compare it to Shel Silverstein is because Walter Moers is not only the author of this book, but he also drew all these amazing little cartoons inside the book. So I'm going to show you some of those right now. So, oh god, it's at the bottom of the page. So he created all these images for the book. There's a little blue bear. He's sitting there. And like he's created all these characters. Like some of the pages are like this, where the whole page is like filled with things. There's amazing little creatures here. Sometimes the writing, the print takes up the page, and by that I mean like the size of things changes just so you can kind of get a feeling for what's happening. But I love these drawings because they're throughout the entire book. The whole book has these little drawings, not every single page, but most of the pages, and they're all so interesting and so cute, and just like this guy has such a mind. Like there's this thing, like what even is that? It's an ear with legs and fur, and it's so imaginative, and I love it so much. I also like that there's not really chapters per se, but in this part of they show like little mini chapter titles, so you kind of know what's going on, so you know when things change a little bit, and I love it so much. Blue Bear, the character, is just like, he's so funny. He's just so kind of laissez-faire about it. He's just so like, this is life. This is my life. This is what happened. And, you know. There's also like an encyclopedia that's going throughout, so you learn all the creatures, you learn about the worlds as Blue Bear learns about it. And they're just kind of like snapshots into this bear's life. And I love it so much. Like there's so much humor, there's intelligent writing, there's like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, there's just kind of like random tangents that happen that have nothing to do with anything, but then eventually you come back around and have to do with everything. Like it's a well-written book. It's very funny. If you like just were looking for something just to make you laugh, this is definitely the book. Like I haven't laughed so much reading a book since I read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, to be honest. I mean, there are books that have made me laugh, but this one is just like it's just constant laughter. It's so funny, so good. My cats are chasing each other off screen here. Let me show you, like, as I said, there aren't really chapters, but there are these sections where, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Like these, where it's like a new section, like my life in the Demerara Desert. Yeah, there's a lot of names like that, so I apologize if I mispronounce any. Yeah, I love this book so much. I would never have even known it existed if it hadn't been for my coworker, so thank you very much. And I mean, just even the title and the cover. I mean, the 13 and a half lives of Captain Bluebear. What? 13 and a half? What? And then, like, look at him. Look how he's just like, I'm in a boat with a bunch of small angry pirates. Okay, this is my life. Okay. But yeah, I highly recommend this book. If I would even go so far as to say, as if you have children, like, and they're looking for something beyond children's books, teen books, they want something a little bit thicker, a little bit more, if they love Shel Silverstein stuff, then maybe recommend this to them even, or even read this to them, read along with a friend. Like, this is one that I wish I had a book club to go to and suggest it and read, because I just would love to have discussions about this book, because it's just so packed full of just little stories, and the bear, like, what he goes through, it's amazing. Like, it's so creative, and Walter Moers has a twisted mind sometimes. And his drawings are like, they're like Shel Silverstein drawings. Like, they're adorable at times, but then they're also a little ugly, but still kind of endearing. Ugly endearing. I don't know if there's a word for that. But yeah, so that is The 13 and a Half Lives of Captain Bluebear by Walter Moers. I highly recommend it. It's so funny. I love it. The drawings are adorable, endearingly ugly, and uglyish endearing. I don't know. Yeah, and I mean, it's all told from the perspective of the bear. It's like he's writing his life story, his journals out, and I just love it. But again, Washington Post. J.K. Rowling? Really? I mean, 2 for 3 there, Washington Post. Thank you for naming another English author, I guess. Shel Silverstein isn't an English author, but whatever. They just needed a name to sell the book, and they picked one of the biggest names. Okay, whatever. Not taking points away for playing the game. But before I leave, I just wanted to kind of read the back, because there's a little excerpt from the book that I think kind of just encapsulates it pretty well. I have a frog in my throat. A blue bear has 27 lives. I shall recount 13 and a half of them in this book, but keep quiet about the rest. I should be lying if I claimed that my first 13 and a half lives were uneventful. What about the mini-pirates? What about the hobgoblins, the spider witch, the babbling billows, the troglotroll, the mountain maggot? What about the venomous vampires, the gelatin prince from the 2364th dimension? Mine is a tale of mortal danger and eternal love, of hair's breadth last-minute escapes. That's all you need to know. That's basically the only and best way to explain this book. They try in the next little paragraph on the back. Let me read that too, just so you get another idea. Welcome to the fantastic and wondrous world of Zemonia, populated by all manner extraordinary characters and created by author and illustrator Walter Moers. Moers? I don't know. Bluebear's adventures unfold episodically from his first life, which begins as the miniature baby Bluebear floats in a wayward chestnut in the outer vortex of a giant maelstrom, to his 13th and a half life, a peaceful interlude following his confrontation with the infamous Spider Witch. In the 12 lives between, Bluebear explores a lost continent. It's a land of imaginative lunacy and supreme adventure, wicked satire and epic fantasy, all mixed together, turned on its head, and lavishly illustrated. It makes me smile just reading that. Last thing I want to do before I send you off is I want to show you this fantastic map. Like, this map in and of itself is like out of, I don't even know what. There it is. Look at that. Look at all of that. And he visits pretty much every single thing on this map in this book. Like, it's amazing. Or it is at least mentioned in some detail. There's so much here. And it's just looking at this map, you kind of get a little overwhelmed, but I love it. So yeah, that has been 13 and a Half Lives of Captain Bluebear by Walter Moers. I hope you enjoyed this review. It is available at bookstores. I don't know, I haven't seen it at Burns Nermals in a while. The only reason we even had it was because we were doing a bookseller recommendation month or something, and the person who recommended this to me actually ordered a bunch of these so she could recommend it to customers. And so I don't know how readily available it is, but if you see it, buy it, get it. It's so funny, so good. I can't praise it anymore. I guess I should say that there is a part that drags towards the end a little bit, but it's kind of on purpose. I think it's this little competition where the blue bear becomes a congladiator, and it's a competition of like words, and it gets a little bogged down there, but still worth reading, still worth getting through, and quite frankly, if you love Douglas Adams and Shel Silverstein and have not read this book, read it. It's so good. I love it. That's all I have left to say about it. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will read you later. Bye!